Good. So, what do you feel made Touch the perfect love story that makes you cry and makes you connect so well with the characters?
Um, I mean, first of all, when I read the original novel, I was absolutely captured by how delicate and beautifully the first love and emotions were written. And I think it was such a special experience that Christopher had of falling that deeply in love with someone and then meeting them decades later. So I loved how the love story went across different decades as well. And yeah, I think it's such a beautiful, tender, delicate, and loving story.
Now, one of my favorite, there are several favorite scenes, but my favorite were the ones at the restaurant. It transmitted so much tranquility
Mm.
that as a viewer myself, I did not want those scenes to end.
Oh,
So, what was your experience getting to film those scenes?
so those scenes. I mean, those scenes were with so the dad, Motoki-san, played the dad with Miko, Takahashi-san. But the moment he stepped into the kitchen, we all were saying this in the team, but the kitchen became really alive. Like it was really interesting to see that because the moment he stepped into the kitchen, you can already see that Nippon is there. So that was very new, and the communication we had, like for example, the orders, like torikatsu or things like that. And then, like the whole environment there was very original in a way and beautiful. And I loved how it included like very traditional Japanese elements.
Mhm.
So the crossing of different cultures, and yes, I think it was a very beautiful place.
So there was this other character I feel like, and it was the food in the kitchen, and the fact that yes, food actually unites people, right, and makes
Mhm.
conversation. But that was like the main key for also for the characters to fall in love. It was so perfect.
Exactly.
Did you get to eat a lot of yummy food?
Yes, we did. And I was very surprised on how Pálmi and Christopher, he was really good at doing the traditional katsuramuki and the traditional knife techniques of Japanese cuisine. So seeing him practice that and really living kind of like Christopher was very moving and emotional as well.
For Palmy, this is like a first big project for our first project. So what was it like for you as an actress to get to work with someone so new?
Um, I mean, it was my second film, participating in my second film in Touch as well. But I mean, I was extremely honored and really thankful that I was able to work with Pálmi because he was such a lovely person. And I felt like I was able to be very comfortable around him and be myself around him. So that he really helped me a lot in playing Nico. And his really generosity and kindness helped me a lot.
And getting to work with Baltasar, a director that turns out to be ended up being the father of your your partner actor. So what was it? How was it to have Baltasar too there and as a director?
As a director, I mean, he was such a wonderful person. And then I loved how, so on set, he would listen to everyone on set, like all his team and crew. So, for example, if someone says his opinion or a image of the scene, he would listen to every single person and he would incorporate that idea in the scenes and the story. And I loved how passionate he was during the shooting. And then I'm really grateful how patient he was with me, teaching me every detail until I understood the things. And then really his character was so charming, and his kindness, like his really enveloping kindness, really helped me a lot. And something I really loved on set was seeing Palmi and Baltasar communicating about the scene. because they're really truly passionate about the movie. So I loved seeing them discussing about the scenes. Yes.
I had a chance to talk to both of them, and I am getting that Baltasar is quite a character, and he's very humble and very passionate about his work.
Mm.
And I feel that that helps transmit this transparency in his work.
Yes, I really think so too.
Did you already have a chance to watch the entire film?
Yes, I had the chance.
How did you feel? What was your take to seeing this love story develop? And like you said, like, and then continuing decades, and you get into playing the bass of that love story.
So first of all, when the film started and I saw Christopher, so in the era of not the past but the present Christopher, I couldn't stop crying. I got really emotional when I saw the scenes, and I mean, I was really surprised how beautiful the picture was. And then I loved how Baltasar portrayed each emotion, each second, each scene so delicately and beautifully. And then I loved seeing how gradually Miko and Christopher's kind of feelings, emotion developed during the film. And then also how the music was added, and that really kind of elevated, not elevated, but like pushed the scene more emotionally as well. So looking and then like thinking about the memory during the shoot and then puzzling everything together, it was as if having like a really emotional flashback in a way. So I think it's something like a very precious treasure for me, that film. Yes.
Yes, I got the same thing. Whenever it transmitted back to the adult Christopher, it was like you were feeling for him because you were already falling in love with the story from his young character. So whenever it would go to him, it was you were already like so connected. And I cried. I did cry. But they were happy tears. You couldn't, it was hard to avoid it. That emotional feeling.
Oh.
Well, congratulations with Touch and lovely film, like I said. And I hope to see more of your projects because you really won over with your character.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.